Okay. Hmm. First, I just want to give honor to God, of course, who is the head of my life, who is the energy and life source of this YouTube channel, of the ministry. Every bit of prayer, everything that I've said, every breath that has come out of my mouth is because of Him. So before I get into this topic of what I want to speak about, um, just making sure that I'm giving Him thanks, that I'm giving Him glory that He deserves, that I'm just doing things right. Um, and I want to also thank y'all for watching me thus far and just subscribing to my channel and being so supportive and loving and interactive with me and just this channel. Like, y'all don't understand, even the people that has book calls with me, and we've had just our intimate space together with God in the midst. It's such a beautiful thing. That being said, so as y'all know a little bit about my journey and just doing this and my living situation, and it's been a minute. It's been a long journey. It's it's been a minute. I would say probably like 2 years now, where I just completely kind of just gave up my own idea of how I wanted my life to go, my own will, my own agenda, and really telling God, like, wherever you are taking me, that's where I want to go, and that's where I'm willing to go. And whatever you want me to drop, friendships, jobs, cars, whatever the case may be, God, you have my full, yes, my full attention, my full heart, and submission, and being surrendered to whatever He wants. That's where I'm at. And in the midst of that, it gets a little uncomfortable. It gets, walking by faith isn't for the weak. It's not. Well, He does say that, when you're weak, that my grace is sufficient for you. But it's a different type of weak I'm talking about. I would say it's not for the ones who um is just playing with this thing, because it's easy to go back to doing what you've been doing. It's easy to go back to being in the street or doing drugs or living a lifestyle that you came from. And um it's not always going to be comfortable. Peaches and rainbows and candy and popcorn and gumballs. It's not going to be like that all the time. And I've come to the realization of that, and I'm accepting that for what it is. Just praying to God, how can I be a better vessel? How can I be more obedient, to hear Him more clearly, or to be sensitive to the Spirit? Um, and just kind of like sitting in this space right now is, I'm having like this feeling. I don't know what it is exactly, but one thing I can say is very vulnerable. Um, and just to be able, like, seeing my channel go from 4 subscribers to 7K. I know I've said that in another video, but y'all just don't understand like how crazy that is, how miraculous that is to me, how such a God thing that is. And it's because I'm not spreading or creating any type of content other than what He's telling me to say and telling me to do. Um, and it's just amazing. It's amazing to see how things are just growing. But so anyway, I said all that to say, as y'all know, I'm not working right now. I'm fully dedicating all my time to ministry, to just doing what God said, to be a vessel every single day, every single morning. I have a certain routine every morning. I have just things that I do on a daily basis that keeps me connected to God how I need to. And working a job right now apparently is not a part of that schedule. It's not. Um so it gets hard trying to sustain financially. It's very it's tricky. It's tricky. And I know God will provide, of course. So I wait on it. But as I'm waiting, I serve, and um that being said, so I have been, staying with different people. And I'm being so, oh my goodness, I'm being so open and transparent in this video. Like, let me sit up. Like, y'all really getting to see me for what it is, see the person behind the prophetic videos, the word videos, the prayer, whatever the case may be. Um, this is a very vulnerable place. And so I've been staying with people, going from couch to couch, and just getting kicked out of um my mother's house, getting kicked out of my auntie's house. Like, I'm putting it all out there, and not to shun them or not to judge them or condemn them or even want y'all to think any less of these people, because I love them very dearly. And God allows everything to happen for a reason. So no, this is not, that wasn't me saying like, oh, why did y'all do this? Da, 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 even though it was hurtful at the time. But I understand just a little bit more. I may not get everything, and I may still be healing from certain things. But the more I just let God be God in my life, the more I let Him lead me and reveal certain things and just download wisdom and insight and revelation. That's all I'm looking for. So I don't have no time to be, um, like envious or bitter or just like, I'm still working through trauma and being like hurt a little bit, but that cannot be greater than my gratitude towards God for it, because I may not understand, but I know He knows what He's doing. And that's why I'm here today, just in this living situation as well. So I moved. I got kicked out of my mom's house. My auntie had kicked me out after that. Then I ended up staying with a friend from church. God told me to move from there. And then I will probably get more deeper into that maybe later in the channel. But I had to move from there and just continue to be obedient. Now I came here, and I've been here for a month or so. But now something else has come up to where in 3 weeks I have to find somewhere else to live, somewhere else to reside. And I don't really show I don't show it all on this channel. I just show what God is doing. I just say what God wants me to say. So doing this video is very vulnerable. And it seems like I always come back to this point, because I remember doing a video like this a while back about the same situation before I got here. So moving forward, moving from here and trying to figure out where I'm going to navigate and just allowing God to just lead me. I've had this idea that just for me to be in a place where I can create and be in the environment to do what He's telling me to do and say what He's telling me to say without worrying about where I'm going to end up weeks from now or a month from now, or just trying to figure out, is it still safe for me to be here? God, am I doing the right thing? And all this other stuff. What's that story in the Bible? What's the story in the Bible? Jesus, help me, Holy Spirit. There's a story in the Bible where somebody was locked up, and I think it was Joseph, somebody, but they were locked up and they were still able to get the word out. And that's how I feel, is that even though I'm going through certain situations, and circumstances physically and earthly, I just want to get the word out. I just want to do what God is telling me to do. I just want to please him. I want um just to be used no matter where I'm at. Every house that I've been to, I maybe have taken a break from doing videos, but everywhere that I've been, I've still maintained to put out content, and not even just content, put out what he told me to put out, say what he told me to say, because in my mind, it don't matter where I'm at. This is what I want to do. This is like me dedicating my life, my mind, my body, my soul, my voice, my lips, everything to him and for him to use. And I know just going through these transitions, it's um it's gonna help somebody. And not only would it help somebody, but it's advancing the kingdom, and that's what I want to do. And that's what I know I'm called to do, because I feel something in my spirit so strongly, and even just talking about it, it's like overwhelming. Um, but I can't stop, and I won't stop. No matter where I'm at, I don't care if I'm sleeping in my car, I'm still gonna put out whatever he tells me to say, because it is what it is. And I may not understand, but I will always understand later. Even if I don't, later comes and I still understand, at least I did what he told me to do. And that's where I'm at, spiritually. Physically. It's like, oh my goodness, whoa. And I think this is stuff that Christians or believers of God, believers of the word, believers of Jesus don't really talk about. You know, we say God is good, he gonna take care of you, he's a provider. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. And the delight of the Lord is my strength. And that's all true. But what about the moments where you don't feel as strong, when feelings can be a hindrance? Wisely, you're like, we need to get out of the feelings and keep fighting in faith. But sometimes it's those little slithers of moments where we don't really talk about. But I I believe that God allows it to happen to actually remind us that we're not God, and that we need him, that we're human, and we need to rely on him. We need him to move. We need him no matter what, because we were made for him. And so we're having like two different experiences. We're having a physical experience, and then we're also having a spiritual experience. But that physical part of it is showing us how human and not God that we are, and it's for a reason. So, of course, I go through that. And, I've kind of been going through that lately. Not trying to let my circumstances, not trying to let this deadline of 3 weeks, and trying to figure out where I'm going to be at 3 weeks from now. I'm sorry, I thought I heard something, but 3 weeks from now, on the 22nd of June, not letting that deter my faith. It's a factor and it's a reality that I'm facing, but it's not a failure, and it's not something that's going to just stop me from doing what he called me to do. And that's just, a very transparent and vulnerable update. But I will say that I still have a sense of peace that surpasses understanding. And the understanding factor is that, yeah, you need to find somewhere to stay and lay your head and survive at. But the peace that surpasses it is like, but no matter what happens, I know God is with me, which is crazy. And I believe that, there's somebody else that's going through this. And I was just prompted to be transparent. That being said, my idea, and just praying to God about it, My idea was to get an RV. I've seen a younger lady literally went through the same thing I went through. I think she got kicked out of her family's home for just her faith. And she ended up raising money to get an RV. And I literally like lost it. I teared up, I cried because it showed like I really resonated with it. And it inspired me to not be afraid to ask for help, to not be afraid to be transparent, to not be afraid to be vulnerable, to not be afraid to just be open and testify um and speak even when you're in the middle of something. And so this is me speaking and being vulnerable and transparent. um I'm trying to raise money for an RV. I haven't picked one out yet, but I can put some pictures of the ideas or the model or the idea that I have. This is how much I want to raise. This is how much I know God will provide. This is how much I'm praying for. This is how much um, I'm trusting God to move, because I don't want to be without my own stability anymore. I need a place to lay my head. And I know stability is a thing, especially being a 25-year-old woman that just needs to take care of herself, like, um, and I feel like I deserve that. I feel like I'm worthy of having somewhere to call home. um, and I haven't had that in a long time. So this is the number. This is the idea, but I would really love y'all's help. I would love to um raise this money. I'm not working right now. I'm putting my all into ministry. So it would be so appreciated and a blessing if we came together and raised this for me to continue. Like, I want to do it regardless. But for me to just be free in that space and to not have to look up and be like, okay, now where I'm going to lay my head tomorrow or next week or whatever. Oh my goodness, I would love this, y'all. Like, y'all don't even understand. But I'm just asking if y'all feel led to take it to God, let God lead you. Donate and show love, sow to the ministry. Every donation will go to this RV just to have somewhere I can just be. I preach that. God has given me a word to tell that to people. And I'm walking in it. I'm believing it. I'm receiving it for myself. Just somewhere where I can be. So if YouTube and the people on there and the subscribers, and if we could raise that money for that young lady, and that was so powerful. Oh, like I said, when I seen it, I was just like, oh my goodness, like God is he's so good, and he takes care of the people that serve him. He takes care of his children, his servants. He takes care of his servants. And so I'm asking, like, if we can raise this money, if we can do this, oh my goodness, I would literally like bawl for like a week straight. Also, like, what are if y'all made it this far in the video, I really appreciate it. I just thank y'all in advance, and I thank y'all for being here. I thank y'all for supporting the ministry. Without God, it wouldn't be no channel. So I thank God first and foremost. And I believe in God. I believe that He will do it. I believe it's already done. And I believe that I'm walking in a blessing, walking in a new type of love, walking in a new type of shift that's going on, because it is. And let's show the world what God can do.
Yeah. Don't be afraid of the unknown. Let it invade. No, I don't know everything. No, I won't take control no more. My sunrise on a Sunday. Can't know you never in vain. I wonder why you call my name, even though I ran away for so long. Yeah. Feels like I was born again. I feel like only yours again. Feels like I gotta